Hi there. I forget who goes first. So we're going to start.
I think it's you. I think you go first.
Okay, let's do it. See, we're starting off already having fun. Welcome to our program. My name is Nancy Strickland Fields. I am the director of the Museum of the Southeast American Indian. I'm down in Pembroke, North Carolina. And tonight's program, we are going to talk about Native humor. The title of our program is called Good Medicine, Native Humor Among American Indian Communities. And with me, I have Catherine Hill, who's the president and CEO of the Levine Museum of the New South. Thank you so much for this opportunity and letting us bring this topic to our shared audiences.
Oh my gosh, Nancy, we're so thrilled to partner with the Museum of the Southeast American Indian. What a pleasure. And to do this program in celebration of Indigenous Peoples Day, it's perfect. Programs like this are made possible because of the generosity of our community, and we are indebted to the Infusion Fund, a partnership between the City of Charlotte, the Foundation for the Carolinas, and so many corporate and individual donors who have come together in support of arts and culture, history, and science in Charlotte. We are also indebted to people like you, our members and friends and donors who believe that history is essential to understanding our world today and essential to building an equitable community for the future. If you want to learn more about Levine Museum, follow the link in the comments section below. You will also find a short survey there. And if you would take just a few minutes to let us know what you think of tonight's program and to offer us ideas you might have about future programs, we would be really grateful. You make our programs possible, and you definitely help us make our programs better. The Levine Museum was founded 31 years ago as a place that would tell everyone's story because history belongs to all of us. Tonight's moderator, Nancy Strickland Fields, helped me understand just how present Native American history is in Charlotte the very first time I met her a few years ago. Nancy is the director and curator of the Museum of the Southeast American Indian in Pembroke, North Carolina. Her research focuses on Southeastern Native peoples and the American colonial experience. You were raised in Charlotte, Nancy, and you're a member of the Lumbee tribe. You have family in Robeson County. And Nancy curated the photography exhibit documenting Lumbee life that hangs at the Levine Museum right this minute. If you have not visited, please come and see it. It's really worth the trip. Nancy, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Again, thank you so much. Charlotte is such an important place to me. Of course, it's where I grew up, and there are a lot of powerful and empowering Native peoples in Charlotte. So I am forever grateful for having the chance to grow up in Charlotte, especially in Dilworth. A lot of changes happening around there, but it's always going to be home. In fact, it's what kind of brought me back from out west. So it's great. So thank you all for the Levine. You guys are doing exceptional work. You're in the heart of downtown Charlotte, which takes me to our next order of business, which is to do a land acknowledgement. And a lot of people don't know that downtown Charlotte, right at the intersection of Trade and Tryon, there was a Guattari Indian village. And there were two amazing, for the fun of conversation tonight, might I say, badass female Mikos, two female chiefs who warded off Pardo and kind of delayed some interaction up towards the mountains near the Cherokee. And they were on that land. They were right there at the intersection of Trade and Tryon for many hundreds of years, the Guattari people. And then near after were the Catawba, called Charlotte home. And depending on what side of town you are, which is interesting, kind of on the western part of town, there was also some Cherokee presence historically. And today, Charlotte, of course, is one of the largest cities in the country. It's an urban hub, and there are countless tribes that are represented in Charlotte who call that native land home. So we want to acknowledge everyone, all Native people in Charlotte, and also say Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. It's a thing. So I know that's coming up Monday. We're a little bit early, but you know what? You can never start celebrating good things like that too soon. So just wanted to share that and thank you all. So tonight's program is called Good Medicine, Native Humor. When the Levine reached out to me to come up with the Indigenous Peoples Day program, we really wrestled with some ideas, and things have been very challenging over the past several years. And, you know, we're living in a pandemic. And I thought, you know, the one thing that's really kind of getting us all through this is humor, right? It's our way of kind of finding the silver lining to what's going on in the world, and also a way to celebrate one another and enjoy one another. So it seemed a natural fit for, yay, Indigenous Peoples Day. So I thought, well, why not line up some of just a few. This doesn't even break the ice at all. Some of the funniest people I know. So I invited Laissa and Warren Wheaton to talk about some of the fun things that they've done. Hey, look at him. Oh, man, he had to go get that slick hat. They got the maroon vibe going on tonight. And then our next guest is Dallas Goldtooth. And where's he at? Oh, look at his hat. There he is. I need a hat. Oh, well, me and Laissa are doing the side part cool thing. So there you go. So tonight we're just going to dig into the topic with our guest and explore what is Native humor, what makes us laugh, and what makes it important among Native people. And I think it's also great that Native humor transcends all Native peoples, right? It's not just like tribally fixed. We get each other's jokes sometimes. But I think we need to do a little kind of establish some groundwork here for all of our guests and talk about making the distinction of what is Native humor. So I'm going to start off with Laissa and Warren, and I'm going to ask the question: if you had to describe, no, I'm sure, characteristics of Native humor, how would you describe it? You can pick.
Gosh. Let's see. I would say like quick, witty jabs at people, a thing, an event. It can be a form of affection as well. Yeah. Dry humor. I come from a family of dry humorists, so that's where I've grown up.
Yeah, dry humorist is a good way of coining it. I would agree. Yes.
I think there's variations of humor from amongst our nations. Just depends. Everybody's got their own culture and laughs at their own things going on in their lives and their community. And it really depends on where you're from, you know, what kind of community you're living in, whether it be a full-on reservation community or an urban Indian community. There are different variations and different things that we laugh about. But I think Laissa nailed it pretty much when he's like, we're quick-witted people. We pick up on things, and then, you know, depending on how you want to go about it, you know, some things there's a lot of things are not off limits. We kind of just sneeze really hard, and it's not anything offensive about it. We're just having fun, and that's just a part of I think some people would kind of get offended, but to us, we just trying to relate to one another.
Right.
Trying to push our limits and see how far we can take this. And then we get that really hearty laugh, then we just kind of keep going. And for here in Oklahoma, we have a humorous marker, I guess. We all say A, and some people don't know how to take that, you know, or don't have that competency level about the timing. Like I just used it, it sounded a little bit off. But I think me and Laissa will kind of experience how we use that here in Oklahoma tonight.
Yeah. Well, you actually bring up a good point. I'm going to throw you guys a Y factor. So you are married and you guys are different tribal affiliations, right? So did humor play a part in your courtship? Like how did the differences in tribal affiliation, was there any, or did y'all just get one another? It was just magical from the beginning.
I'll answer that. Because it did, definitely. When I started going down there to his Kiowa dances and stuff, I know I got picked on a lot I mean, and that is normal, if you're coming into a new family or a new community, it's very, very normal. But I know I had one, and I've been friends with this guy for a long time, so I kind of didn't expect him to say this, but he just said, "Wow, sister-in-law, you can really, you're hanging in there. I'm proud of you," And I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." I guess I did it. I made it. I made it through. I passed the test.
Right. It was like a rite of passage. They were
Yeah,
gonna,
that's kind of what it is. You
Yeah.
can hang, and then also you can jab back, and
yeah.
dish it out.
I
Yeah.
think it was the same when I we're both Southeastern tribes too. We're Cherokee and she's Creek and I'm Seminole. But when I went to her family amongst her Cherokee people and her Osage people, I think it was the same way. I knew that there was going to be teasing, but I just kind of gave it right back at them. And then, kind of got to visiting with all her sisters and brothers. And we could kind of see that that's the way it was going to be with us.
Okay. So
Yeah.
humor is important to the marriage.
Yeah.
Yes, that really. I just want to say something real quick. That really. Sorry, our dog's over here growling by the window, of course. Yeah, that really plays a big part in us getting along because we really love to just laugh together, like a real hearty laugh, and that just keeps us going and keeps us happy. And
we really needed it this year because we were the only ones here during the pandemic.
Yeah, you're like,
It was good medicine for us.
it was, there you go, good medicine. Well, Dallas, I'm going to ask you the same question. If you had to, because you're in a different part of the country, right? How would you describe Native humor?
Raunchy, rugged,
Oh,
voracious,
I think you're
vivacious,
describing my future husband, but keep going. No, I'm kidding.
long-haired, fluent speaker, traditional. Yeah.
Yeah.
Warren, looks like you're sitting cross-legged and you're like rubbing your foot. It's like that's all I see. It's like his foot is like he's like this, sitting like cross-legged. That's what it looks like to me, guy. Indian humor is, I think, it is underrated. It is not. I think Indian humor. I think all humor, but especially Native humor, it's an art form that we don't recognize. I mean, you work in museums, right? When's the last time you went to a museum where the museum talked about comedy as an art form, talked about humor in the way? Because what is art if not the creation in order to invoke a response, a reaction, right? Art form. We create art to invoke a response from the world, and humor and comedy does that. So I think that's what I think about Indian humor. What I also love about it is it's very. I mean, I don't know if it's where it's like this everywhere, but I grew up with a lot of like British comedy. What I like about British comedy, like Monty Python and Mr. Bean, and all this, it's very self-deprecating. It's very dry at times, but we're not afraid to make fun of ourselves. We're not afraid to tease ourselves. I think actually that's the best way to describe it at times. It's a way to keep, like, we check ourselves sometimes, and yeah, so that's what I think.
Well, that makes sense to me. There you go. Okay, so just for an example, because I thought this would be a great question to kind of give some illustration. And anybody jump in. Who do you think is hilarious or humorous? And second part, where you can just touch on one. What are things that make you laugh? Who's funny? What's hilarious? What makes you laugh?
I think I'll go first on this one. I was thinking about like who makes me laugh, and I always think about my brothers in ceremony, my bros that I've grown up with when we go to ceremony, and we're always harassing one another about their singing, about their dancing, stuff that goes on around the teepee, and that's who makes me laugh because, like Dallas said, the gloves come off. It seems like at ceremony, it gets really raunchy and it gets really crass, and man, it's just, there is no holding back. They're going to harass you about something that you have done in the past or that you just recently done, or even in ceremony when you might mess up on a lead of a song, and they're gonna remember that, and they're gonna tell you about it, and they're gonna tease you about it, and they will never let you forget it.
See, it's good
Things you've done in
comment
the past.
material. Yeah.
Yes. So those are things that make me laugh, because I have to laugh at myself. And for them, what it actually makes it fun is it might have been something very, very small, but people will add on to a story or the laughter. They'll add on and embellish what actually went on. And I said, I don't think that actually happened, but they're pouring it on. And it's not offensive, but they're just like teasing you. And I think that's what makes for me, it makes us feel like, I feel like there's just a real special connection with my brothers at ceremony. So they really make me laugh.
Well, Lena, I've made you laugh, I think, a few times. What makes you
Man, you're pretty funny yourself. That's why that's definitely why we get along. Man, that was definitely a hard question, because there's lots of people. I thought about my grandma, because man, she was crazy. But I think it would have to be my best friends, which is Jody Revard and Aaron Hare. They're my best friends for reasons, because we laugh together, and we've kept each other company over the pandemic on the phone, and over just Zooming like this or FaceTiming each other for hours, just because we want to laugh. And but it would have to be them.
Nice. All right, Dallas.
To be honest, like I've gotten to know a lot of comedians. I know a lot of comedians, like the ones that actually go on stage and do all that. But like, they're not the funniest people. It's kind of what a lot of us have been talking about. It's like just everyday people in our daily life. Actually, some of the most funniest people are my cousins. When we get around cousins, and you're supposed to be doing work, but you're not doing work. Those are the funniest times of my life. And those, like, when I think about moments where I've laughed the hardest, it's oftentimes when you're just BSing around with a bunch of cousins. So I think that it's almost where the places where you're not supposed to laugh is oftentimes where you've laughed the hardest. And I think there's something so human about that, where our bodies are reacting to their environment around us. And sometimes the best way to react to a stressful moment or a depressing moment or a sad moment is to laugh. And I think that I love the Native folks, and I've encountered so many in my life. I love the Native folks who can bust a joke, or can do a joke no matter what time it is. And sometimes where I get upset, I'm like, oh man, you shouldn't be busting jokes right now. But in hindsight, I'm like, we always need those folks who can break out a joke while they're burying somebody. Like that's real. That's what happens, right? When in the darkest of times, you always have that one relative who will always try to make light of a situation. And honestly, that's how we respond. That's how we are healing. That's how we respond to the moment. So
I get the cousin humor. I have a bit of a irreverent little moment I want to share, because you bring that up. We do weird stuff here in the South, so we're visiting cemeteries as we do out in the woods. Don't ask questions. And this was an old Scottish cemetery. And so my cousin's significant partner, I'll say partner, he's non-native. And so we were like, get on out there and let's see what's out there first, and then we'll come out there. So we were sitting in the truck and he goes out there and he comes flying around the curve, and we see this like black thing like lunge at him, and it was a huge black snake, right? And he was in fear for his life, and he was like running and trying to get away, and we just couldn't stop laughing, and he got really upset. But it was really funny that he walked on air and this giant snake, and we're like, oh, we ain't going back over there until you go see if it's gone. You've already made friends with it. Go ahead, that kind of thing. He didn't think it was too funny, but we could not stop laughing. It was hilarious. So yes, that kind of thing, probably again at someone else's expense, but it was a good time.
You know who I love? Like I really love, and I've had the immense privilege to travel all throughout Indian country, different places, different communities. but they're characters in every community. No matter where you go, they're the same character. And the character that I love encountering like all the time is there's always a group, whether it's like whether it's a concert, whether it's a powwow, whether it's a stomp dance, wherever it may be, if there's a lot of Indians in one spot out, there's always a group of aunties who will not stop laughing. It's always a group. It's usually at least 3.
And they're talking about you.
And they're talking about you. They know they're definitely talking about your dad. They're talking about your uncles. That's those aunties. You don't know what the hell they're saying, but you can hear them laughing and cackling. And when it gets to the point where they're cackling, and it's like I love it when they get so worked up that no sound comes out. That's what I like. Where it's like, that's the good part when you see the aunties where no sound comes out because they're laughing so hard.
Yeah, that's the best part. I agree with you. I like it when I can get to that part myself. But at least one of those aunties scares the hell out of you. Just so you know, like there's always that one auntie that you're like, I don't want to go near her, and she scares me, and I don't want her to look at me because I know she's judging me. That's power, man. Anybody that can make you laugh and scare the hell out of you at the same time, man, that is really deadly right there. That's real stuff right there.
Dallas, have you ever seen an A overload in Oklahoma?
A.
Yeah, and they keep on saying A. Happens all the time.
Well, we have a clip of Dallas as character William Knifeman. Yeah, and we want to show that clip, and we want to show, speaking of deadly, how deadly he is. Let's check that out.
Aho! Young warrior. Looks as though you've tasted the white man's lead.
It's only paintballs.
I've had many brothers and sisters meet the same fate in my time.
Are you Crazy Horse or sitting?
No. I'm not one of those awesome guys. No, I'm more of your unknown warrior. Yeah. You know my name? William Knifeman. I was at the Battle of Little Bighorn. That's right. I didn't kill anybody, but I fought bravely. Well, I didn't actually fight. I actually didn't even get into the fight itself. But I came over that hill real rugged like, I saw Custer like that. That yellow hair, he was sitting there. Son of the morning star, that guy right there. I really hated him. So I went after him. But then the damn horse hit a gopher hole, rolled over and squashed me. I died there. This horse actually, little shit. And now I'm meant to travel the spirit world. Find lost souls like you. The spirit world. It's cold. My nipples are always hard. I'm always hungry.
Got it.
Being a warrior, it's not always easy. You and your thuggy-ass friends, what are you doing for your people? It's easy to be bad. But it's hard to be a warrior with dignity. Remember that. In my time, we gave everything. We died for our people. We died for our land. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna fight for? But for real though, listen to what I said. Marinate on it. Oh, let's go.
Wicha! Hoka!
The legs were, and it was just like your legs just kind of went down and touched the ground with the horse. It was just like so gentle, like. Okay.
That horse wasn't even real. That was an animatronic horse. That was a mechanical horse.
Okay. In Reservation Dogs, okay, there's a lot of native humor. Okay. Why is Well, and I do want to say this. There's a lot of Native humor. And the writers, what I love about Reservation Dogs, so if anybody hasn't seen it, please go and check it out. It is a phenomenal show. But the writers don't spend a lot of time explaining the humor. It just is what it is. It just, you either get it or you don't, I think is part of what's so great about the show. But why do you think humor is important to the show overall? And why do you think, what do you think is humorous about your character, William Knifeman? Why is he funny?
I don't know that part. I don't know. I know it's funny because I know I'm funny. All right. Just saying that.
Right.
No, I get it. But I also wasn't expecting all the memes. There are so many memes out there of my face on it. Raunchy, inappropriate memes, all the way to the really safe PG memes as well, which is great to see. It's really amazing. I think that there's a couple things here. One, mainstream society, all they know about natives is that we're either dead or that we're dead in spirits or that we have casinos. There's very limited knowledge in a general population, a general society about who we are as Native people. And the knowledge that they do have is very much skewed in a way that it's we're nothing but shells. We're stoic, stoic earth defenders that are always looking like this all the time. And I'm sure you can know, I'm sure you understand it. And the work that you do is there's so many misconceptions about Native peoples. And so what better way than to turn all that crap up? Can I swear on here? Is this a PG-13?
Oh, that's an Alex question. Oh, let's see. Keep it PG. Oh, Lord. I think he had.
All right, I'll keep it PG. Keep it PG. Just to turn that crap upside down and use comedy to expose the misconceptions about Native peoples and to poke fun at ourselves, but also poke fun at people who assume what Native people are like. And that's really what I feel like my character does, right? If you go to the average American and he asks them, have you ever seen a movie about a Native and what do they look like? There's a good chance they look like my character, William Knifeman. If you ask an average elementary kid and say, hey, what does a Native American person look like? The good chance they're going to draw somebody that looked like my character, William Knifeman. And so that character was intentionally a way to just poke fun at that imagery and just turn it upside down on its head. So that's what I think about it.
Well, I think that's a good response, and that's a great segue for Warren because you were also in Reservation Dogs, and we couldn't get a good, but we worked on it. But everybody go watch the show, and then you'll see Warren in the show, and we tried, man, where your relative sent that cell phone video wasn't quite the production quality.
That bootleg,
trying
to get the
bootlegging.
Yeah, a little
bootlegging the video.
Right. Specifically, I think you're in season, what episode? 3? 4. Episode 4. What about your dad?
So, and it's about a fry bread segment. You're going to invite a rapper, and then you're going to do fry bread as big as your face. And there's a lot of irony around that, right? And like Dallas was saying, poking fun at one another. So what was it like around the table when you're planning that segment or when you're rehearsing your lines to say, this is a diabetes fundraiser, we're selling fry bread, and the rapper is just, I'll let you talk about him. And same question. So what was that like? And then what makes your character funny in that segment?
Well, I've actually, when I was doing the part, I actually lived this part before because I am working for a university or working for a tribe. There are some difficult conversations and things come out, especially on social media, when you talk about land acknowledgements. And I had to go into a room and we had to watch something that was hard to watch, and it kind of affected our community. And then I thought about, I'm going to have to say something after this to break the ice so we can come together and then start talking about the situation. And so when we were doing the fry bread video, I was watching that, the greasy fry bread. I was kind of getting into my part. And I said, you know what? who is this guy? This guy is going to have to transition from this little bit awkward video, talking about natives and the aunties, smacking fry bread grease. And I said, and I'm just going to have to be me. And because I've done this before and I know I'm going to have to just say something. So it just popped out. And for planes, a lot of people say, "Aho!" So I came out just naturally. And then I started talking about, fry bread as big as your face, and we're focused on having a diabetes wellness fair. And I always say diabetes.
The diabetes.
I don't know why. That's just me, the Oklahoma accent coming out, but it was just me up there after a little bit, kind of getting into my part. And then the response I got from here in Oklahoma, everybody, I got spotted in an IHOP and I had a mask on, and they were like, "It's the Greasy Fry Bread Man." I said, "I didn't even sing that song."
Damn.
I sang it like just a little bit. And there was they were native waitress. There was a native waiter and a native waitress, and they spotted me. Next thing you know, they were wanting my pictures and everything else. And I didn't know how they did it, but it was pretty funny. Anyway, I was thinking about that part, and said there was a little bit of comic relief following this kind of what could have been awkward video. And we have the person, one of the characters, had a past relationship with the rap artist in the video, and it's tense. So I got to break the ice, and I recognize that this may be hard for her to watch, but we're doing it. We're bringing them here. He never actually came, but I was the goofy Indian Health Service director that was going to make it happen. So I got to get my team to rally behind me.
That's right. And I love it when you say, "You want to watch it again?" Like, no.
Yeah.
I love the reality, the reality of it's a health conference.
Yeah.
They're going to be giving out fry bread and giving people fry bread, which happens so often in Indian country where it's like,
yeah, I agree.
It's so hilarious, like contradictions. That's what I loved about that character and that dynamic.
Yeah. Fry bread and pop. That's what we're going to give out.
Strawberry pop.
Yeah, it's going to be with diet. We're going to give out Diet Pepsi.
And that'll make it okay.
Yeah.
We can just kind of have ice cream after it's all over with to celebrate. Take your kids out for ice cream. Okay, so Laissa, speaking of the pandemic and poking fun at ourselves and having a little bit of fun, everybody's stressed out during the height of the pandemic. I think we're still in it. I still have to wear a mask. I'm gonna say we're still in it. And it was stressful for everybody. And, a lot of people, to cope with the isolation and the quick changes of life, people were buying RVs. They were starting small businesses. They were taking up hobbies, right, to pass the time. And you saw a need among the community. You saw we were hurting and that there needed to be some good medicine put out there. And you masterminded the Tiger King Bingo live on Facebook, multiple week opportunities. I appreciated how I try to participate, I think, a couple of times, but just the logistics. Warren, you jumped in, how to download your bingo card, the calling out, there was a little bit of powwow MC involved with it, but I wasn't quite ready for the theater, the comedy that came with that. So before you even get a chance to talk about it, let's play a clip from actually an event special that you guys hosted for Tiger King Bingo. Do we have that clip ready?
I want to see this.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for playing. And I think is it right here, Carol? Where are you going, young lady? I got to sing you a song next. This goes out to Miss Carol Baskin.
Oh.
Get over a little bit
No,
here.
I'm not supposed to do.
Well, where are you going? All right. How about a little here, kitty, kitty for you folks? She was a red swan and she had red stains. She felt the blood running through her veins. She liked the life she had. She loved her cats. and the beauty of being untamed. Everything was fine, just as sweet as wine, but her husband went to disappear. But then it got a little crazy, got a little hazy, and the cops said there's something wrong here. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, Mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, you can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama Carol sure loves you. Oh, kitty, 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 Mama made this for you. Woo! All right, we're back. This is game number 3. We've rolled the hopper. We've got the bingo balls. We're looking for a diagonal, horizontal, or vertical bingo, folks. And we are excited about all the good fun we're going to have. We're just here having a good time tonight. I want to thank you all for joining us. And we're going to go into game number 3, folks. Game number 3. You must put the bingo in the chat box on the Together Oklahoma Facebook page. So if you are following my watch party, you can bingo there, but you must put it in both places, please. All right, we're going to go on. B11. B11. Carol Baskin was Osage Princess in 1993. Yes. Hey. I met her at the Indian Fair in 1993. B11.
I haven't seen that in a long time. I forgot all about that.
Memories.
That was amazing.
That is a freaking federal program. That was a federal government census 2020 program.
Are you serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one we did was better because that was, no holds barred, and we could say whatever, and it was just a lot better. So that second one, it was good, but that first.
Can I get a copy of that? I want to save that.
That video did not exist anymore.
I really do.
The producer had to dig and dig. Okay,
Oh, wow.
something. Oh my
Props.
God!
Yeah, because of the bingos, we got asked by a few things. I feel like it was like Rock the Boat.
Yeah,
and
Rock the Native
Got
Boat.
Together Oklahoma asked us to kind of do some bingos for them. It was good fun.
It was good fun. There's a lot to unpack there. So there's, I wasn't sure if Warren was the reincarnation of Genghis Khan with that.
That's real.
Wait, I kind of recognize that guy. That was awesome. So how did that idea even come into being?
Well, I mean, it was just us providing fun for our people on Facebook, I mean, it was everyone was very down and out, scared, and just up at home, and Facebook really was the only outlet to kind of keep in contact with each other and what's going on, and so that's exactly what that is. I know people are still thankful for that. Like, for instance, I was talking with one of our tribal leaders here in Oklahoma last week, and he even brought that up. And so for him to be bringing that up, a year later, and that's actually how we became friends with him, was through doing those bingos. And we, that was only one of them, the Tiger King. But of course, the Tiger King was the most popular. We worked really hard on those costumes and our hair. My grass hair that I made myself because, couldn't really go to the store at that time.
Yeah, she went out in the backyard and found these weeds, and she started weaving her a wig.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then she had she made some kind of hair. I don't know. She's just very creative like that. And
I know. I like to make costumes and give me 10 minutes or 30 minutes. I'm like, well, what do we have? What can I do?
And that is how the grass dance was created.
Actually, my Cherokee basket skills, or that, and the Cherokee buffalo grass dolls, those techniques came in handy. So I felt like I was like, okay, I need to soak these, make them pliable. And, yeah.
Well, the first time we did the Tiger King, it was just we just thought about it, and the next thing you know, she goes to my closet, and we have an Indian closet with all our Indian clothes. And my aunt made me this one Indian shirt, and I never had a reason to wear it. And so that's the shirt I was
It's
wearing.
that shirt you didn't want to wear. That's what the shirt was.
But man, it totally worked perfectly. And she goes, put this on and put this on. And next thing you know, she's dragging meat out of the fridge, to kind of show like she's selling us meat or Tiger King or feeding the cats.
Tigers.
So that's what she was doing with those tongs, was feeding the meat to the tigers or here kitty kitties.
And then my grandma, I inherited like a nice tiger shirt from my grandma, tiger print shirt. Yes, grandma. The crazy one, the hilarious one. My grandma Max.
Well, it's just really interesting. Who doesn't, love to play bingo? And I mean, we had people like from all over. We had to send gifts to all over the nation to people who were playing on our bingo games. And
How many people did you have log in at the height of it?
I think
the
the
number
height of our
thing-
bingo nights, I think we had like 300 during
At
one
one.
game. And that might have been one of the Tiger King games.
Yeah.
And
I want to do that. I want to do a bingo night. That'd be awesome. I mean, I heard up in
We did
Canada.
an 80s one. We did a Star Wars. Of course, we did some holidays. We did like one for Easter. We went outside and I dressed like a rabbit. I put my hopped around in the back of him while he was calling and was like eating a carrot, just looking kind of silly in my bathrobe.
It was totally wild. Yeah, we
important.
got
I mean,
requested
what
to
do
do different birthdays. We need to have a birthday bingo for so and so, and now we're becoming bingo callers professional now.
We thought about making ourselves matching Indian clothes with that tiger thing
Yeah.
thing going on.
Team dance.
Team dance.
Team.
Tiger King.
Oh. Oh.
Well, I think that definitely, I mean, not only for people watching or on Facebook, but I mean, for you guys, I mean, y'all just have so much fun with it. And I think that it makes people laugh, not just because of the dressing up, because y'all are laughing and having so much fun. So it's just the laughter inspires the laughter and everybody's laughing and having a good time, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was hilarious. And then,
Yeah,
running around like, come look at what they're doing. It's so funny. Oh man. Okay, gosh, how are we doing on time? Okay, yeah. I almost forgot we were on a show here. Let's see. Dallas, your turn.
Under the eye, 18. Hey.
What's my turn? My
Yeah,
turn.
Alex, you're gonna have to plan. He's our behind the scenes producer. He's gonna have to plan a bingo for our next. Let's set a date next year. Indigenous Peoples Day bingo,
Yeah.
Tiger King bingo. Now, Dallas, you formalized your comedy skills in your participation in the comedy group or troupe, the 1491s, who were just epic. You produced lots of humorous content over the years. There's some right there. Did your light fall? So why did you guys come together to create a group? And then what did you hope to accomplish once you were all assembled in the hilarious videos that you posted? And then you took the show on the road. I guess y'all made some money from those videos or something. You're like, we're going to take it on the road.
Well, we didn't make money off the videos. So I think actually we did. We made money off our 1490 videos, and what we made was like $32.56.
Oh, gas money, man. You can go anywhere.
Yeah, we lived well for a good 5 minutes. But we started making videos just because we were bored and we wanted to make ourselves laugh. I think if you start by doing something because it makes you happy, then I think that's a good start. And that's where we started out with, is just trying to make videos that would make ourselves laugh and make our friends laugh. And we started posting those online, and natives started watching it, and we started getting all these invitations to come and perform in front of different crowds and audiences. And yeah, we got the chance to travel all over the country to do that. So it was a pretty good experience. I mean, it's been over 14 years or so, I think, since we started. And now we're making TV shows. And that's where we are putting our energy into Reservation Dogs. So it feels pretty damn good to be a part of that journey and that trip. But it's always still comes down to the fact that our first audience is ourselves. If we can make us laugh, then we feel pretty good about it.
I want you to put a pin in that, and I want us to revisit one of those journeys. We have a clip here. Alex, if you would play that for us, and then we could talk a little bit more about 1491s. But let's take a look at one of your journeys.
Let's do it.
Yeah, ready? Yeah. All right. Okay, Noah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Makwa, Dodem. Oh, Jake, now. Makwa, one buddy.
For jogging.
Oh, Jake, for jogging. Choi, Hushwa, Kunawa.
Biska Bafumbi.
Hoshinega, Be Noah, Tunkashira, Wakamani, Wakia, Ho, Makwa, Wamigizi.
Onali Piku.
Hoshige. Hey, Doga. Me shigre, Makieta,
Shekin. Dele.
Ah, Jebere, Mekiesha.
Eh.
Wanapi,
They gonna say.
Meshinkoga, Chante, Imato, Mamdi, Wakia, Tunkashira, Gita, Begada, Higa,
Onali.
Onale.
Ah.
Ha, Pushwa. Hona.
Yeah, can I get a number 4? The cheese? Yeah.
Owa Sakina. Dojanke. Owa Tsi.
Zesha, Choi, Nasha, George, Pajag and Jiganama.
Ekon.
Well, man, y'all have worked such a long way, but you made it. You made it. That was a long way.
Woo! That's a throwback right there. This is the longest video ever in the world. That drags on.
Yeah, it was even edited way down.
I know. It was like a good 4 minutes longer. Good 5 minutes.
Did I hear you call those mosquitoes Wanajes?
Yes. Good ear. A little tidbit is that language we spoke was basically just Indian rubbish. It's just random words that we could all mix in.
I
You
knew.
said, what word did you notice?
Fumbi.
Oh yeah, and then
What does that mean?
Bisca Fumbi.
Yeah, what does that mean, Warren?
Fum stink.
It means what?
Stink.
Stink what?
Oh,
Okay.
What?
oh gosh. This guy, I don't want to say.
Well,
Just
yeah.
think. Hey.
We basically came up with all the different ways that we knew how to say the different genitalia in different languages. So there was a whole bunch of penises in the video.
I
Just
guess
gotta
you could have
say
said
that.
soap. Hey.
What was that video doing? What was it aiming to accomplish?
Look, it was like a stupid, funny idea of just recreating a scene from the Laissa Mohicans, which a lot of us have seen. I mean, and honestly, it's a great movie. It's an epic scene. The soundtrack's amazing, but we just wanted to recreate it and thought it was pretty dumb and funny to do it, but yet do it in our own way. So we were in that was filmed up on the Menominee Nation Res, and they take their forest serious up in Menominee. I'm gonna let you know now. They take their forest serious. Like, it's actually really pretty awesome. Is that if you go right now to Google Maps and you switch it to satellite view and you zoom in, you type in Menominee tribe, you can see their reservation from space.
Wow.
And how you can do that is because all around Menominee, it's all clear cut. Like, the farmers cut all the trees except their res. They really manage their forest really well. What that means is that people had problems with two random outside Indians running through their woods. And so we had a good time and we got permission from the tribe to do that. So that was pretty fun.
That is awesome. Yeah, it was
We got
pretty
scratched up a lot. We got a lot of thorn bushes we hit there.
Well, there were countless videos. I invite everybody to go onto the 1491's. Y'all have a website, Facebook, and on YouTube to check out some of that older content. It is just absolutely hilarious. And I noticed on TikTok that some people are taking the "I'm an Indian Too" song and they're making their own videos out of it, which is
I didn't see that.
Yeah. If you, I guess, I don't know, however you query the old TikTok to see those videos, but I've noticed a lot of people doing those lately.
You totally sounded like a older auntie there. I don't know how you all do with that little
Oh,
the
no.
TikToks, the MySpaces and face pages.
But it happens, and then I need somebody to come show me how to do it when you know how to do it. And look at this here, right here. Show me how to do it right there. Yes. Okay, I think we're almost at time, but I do have one more quick question. This went by so fast. This is awesome. Okay, now we're going to get a little serious here.
Oh,
Save the serious for the end. I know, right? How do you guys feel Native humor, or why do you feel Native humor is an important part of Indian resiliency? How has Native humor gotten us through tough times, hard things? I think we've touched on that a little bit. Or do you feel like humor is important to the resiliency of Native culture? That could be a yes or no question. Warren did some motioning. Did y'all make notes? What is he doing?
Warren's like, go ahead.
He's like,
Yes, he is.
Go ahead. Go
I'm like,
ahead.
no, you go.
this
Go
man.
on.
We always tease around about our ways, but as Native man, I'm going to speak first.
He's gonna
Hey,
speak. He's gonna speak.
No,
He's gonna read my
You
notes.
really got beat. You got beat
Would you like
there.
him to talk for me today?
and I'm going to talk about 30 minutes more. You got
The oration. Well, Lena, you're supposed to be orating. You're Southeastern.
Yeah.
No, I think you know, your title is correct. It is medicine. You know, laughter is medicine. Even at our darkest moments, we are resilient people. We bounce back. You know, when we're at our lowest point of our day or month, year, life, we always find a way to come back to us as human beings, right? We want to have those relationships, and laughter is such a big part of our everyday life. And me and Laissa have experienced this past year with the pandemic. I mean, we have had to really help each other heal from dark days of losing loved ones, losing friends, people being lonely, and then we experienced so much. The Black Lives Matter movement. Losing our and still seeing our land and our environment, the suffering that's going on there. We have to help each other heal because I know I was experiencing points of anxiety and depression And I know Laissa, we had to help each other out. We were actually shield dancing in the kitchen not too long ago with pots and pans because Laissa has finally figured out how to dance like an Indian man, and she loves it, and she's really good at it. And so she now is I'm ready to take her on tour, and we're going to enter her in all these dance competitions across the nation once this is all over with. And I'm going to unveil her to the world.
Hey, we can watch it. Do it. I want to see this.
You should see my AIM man.
Yeah, she's got the AIM dance down. You know, when they bring the flags in. One day we were listening to music and she was acting like she was carrying I think I was just saying, she was dancing around, straight dancing around the house. And I said, okay. And then she started acting like she was I'm carrying the flag in. And the next thing you know, she said, now I'm the AIM dancers. And I started singing that song. Boy, she really got it. You know, just a tad bit off beat, but, you know, kind of. Yeah, there you go, Dallas. Yeah. Exactly how she was doing it.
Yeah, that chest goes up real high, too.
Yeah. But for me, that laughter and that experience, just us two here at the house with our dog, we had to find those moments where we could laugh, and that was really our medicine. So. Laissa?
Well, I can't top that answer.
Here we go.
Well, he said it all pretty much. But of course, yes, it is. It's definitely medicine. I mean, everything is better when there's laughter around. Big smiles. I know I love to be in that environment with all my people. I do think about it a lot. You know, this is kind of funny though. I've thought about this for a long time. It's like, man, it would be really boring to be white. There's no laughter at all.
Yeah.
No humor.
She said it.
Like, man.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that since I was a little girl.
Hey.
Brought to you by the Levine Museum.
No offense, everyone. No offense.
You're connecting. Well, maybe it's just a different kind of laughter, right? Maybe it's not the jaws hurt look. I'm trying to like qualify. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, she's trying to no, but what she meant was
for the non-things,
my relations and all.
Yeah, she's like, not you people, but the other white people.
Your opinion does not apply to anybody on here at all. Love everybody. Okay, well, are you answer that question too then, Dallas?
What was the question? They got thrown off.
Right,
by the dancing and singing.
So, well, you got to bring the same energy. Do you feel that humor is important to the resiliency of our people and our culture?
I think that humor is the resiliency. It's not important. The humor is a part of like how we are resilient and protecting and preserving our ways. It's like it's a part like that. That's why I guess to come all the way back, because you know Indians, we talk in circles, we talk in that circular way, is like this idea. We have this idea that comedy and humor is separate from us. And it's like, oh, it's something separate. It's not, hey, that's not real art. It's just comedy. But really, it's an integral part of our culture. It is our culture. So that's why I always love Indians laughing. I love to see Indians laugh. I love to see our people celebrate excellence and enjoy life. And so that's why I like to make people laugh. But also that's why I like to see other people laugh and smile as well.
That's awesome. Well, I think that's a great way to wrap up. We're right at 8:01. I think we have some time for questions. I'll let Alex I don't know how that's going to work. They like pop in or he voices them or where do they come from? Oh, wait. No, we got one more. Yes.
See me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning heads down. Someday when you leave me, I bet memories follow you.
Holy
fuck, man?
Fight. I actually didn't even get into the fight
Fucking
itself.
deadly uncle.
Rugged like.
Dallas Goldtooth. Shit.
Morning Star, that guy right
Woo!
there.
Fucking
Relegated him.
deadly.
Went after him. But then the damn horse hit a gopher hole.
Did you see Dallas's face when it first came on? He leaned back in his chair like, what's happening?
What in the Sam Hill is this?
What happens when people turn your own stuff around on you and start making videos? Like, this is a whole new game with this TikTok thing, man. People's like doing some crazy stuff. You're not controlling that content anymore.
I love it. But it scares the crap out of you.
I can see it on your face. You said, whoa, that expression. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, sorry. That was Alex's humor right there. Woo. Woo. Okay.
If there are no questions, I'll sing a song to see that dance.
Wait, we got questions? Hold up.
Aim dance.
Oh my God, I gotta stand up. I'm wearing leggings.
I gotta
You can do it. Go ahead.
I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready like those singers.
No questions. Go for it. Do it.
No, I'm just playing with it. Where's she taking the shoes off? What's that?
She learned how to straight dance to the old
song.
Dallas theme song.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what that sounds like.
Got this. Da, 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 da. Yeah, she can really dance to that. You probably Dallas. You ever watched Dallas?
Yeah.
I never watched that show.
Oh man.
You're asking me if I watched a 1980s show about rich white Texans?
That's where we were. We went there during the pandemic.
Yep. We're still there.
We're on season 20-something right now.
Hey, see, all right, sing the song. I want to see that straight dance.
Okay.
Do it.
Which one
Now, well, I just wanted to do the aim dance for
Do the aim dance. Do that one.
Sing the song.
I can't. I don't remember the song. How does the aim song go? Warren, how's the aim song go?
I've never recorded a video during a presentation in my life, but I just did. I'm not losing that moment. I'm not losing it.
She got into that one. The spirit was there.
You should. The first time. Back to Standing Rock. The first time that she did that, I had one of those real hearty, no sound laughs. Couldn't get the sound out because she was in it to win it.
Man,
and she don't. Yeah, well, Lena doesn't take that lightly at all.
Yeah.
She was basically like, oh shit, I don't laugh or laugh. No, we're funny. We're not.
It's obvious that the pandemic isolation really got you.
I think Alex had one question so far. What is it? Where did it go? Okay. Oh, you guys answer this. Can y'all see it? Who are some up and coming Native actors and comedians to watch for?
Ooh. I really like watching.
Did he freeze?
And I mean, folks know them already. Comedians like Adrian Chalapa, Tanya Jo Hall. Like, there's a comedian. She's Tohono O'odham. Her name is Teresa Choyuguha. She's always been amazing. So like I like seeing that.
I know here in Oklahoma we have Adriana Chalapaw. She travels around the country. Oh, is that what you said?
I just said that, guys.
Oh, you froze up. I didn't hear it.
Froze up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't. I kind of. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, I didn't hear it.
Did
My bad, brother. My bad. We're gonna get into a sprawl in a little bit. Dang.
But also here in Oklahoma, we have some groups. J.R. Ross has done some comedy. He's kind of Mark Bolan. They have some local comedians here in Oklahoma. Maybe you can find them on Facebook. I know they do shows from time to time here in Oklahoma.
Nice. Any other questions? Anybody else? Jokes? One line?
I am wearing this awesome, cute little necklace. I know you can't really see it, but look at it. It has like this little mouth, a centennial that was made by comedian Bobby Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Dallas's BFFs.
Yeah.
That's a good time. I love that. Well, if we don't have any more questions or like any, oh boy, Elena's doing the mouth thing. No. Oh my God.
You want to see it, right?
I didn't begin to explain that, but it brought me so much joy over the years, I have to say. Well, if we don't have any more questions, I guess it's a good place to wrap up, and we're being respectful of time. It's 8:07. I think we had about an hour. Any parting thoughts before we close up? Yes, someone posted their like the crying, love the laughing stuff. It's been awesome. Any parting words? Words of wisdom? Anything for our viewers?
Nope. Thank you for this opportunity for us to come and laugh with you.
Yeah.
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day, but every day is Indigenous. So
Exactly.
y'all take care and keep on laughing. Keep on. We wish everybody well. You know, the pandemic's not over. Y'all stay safe out there.
Thank you to both museums. Really appreciate this. It was fun.
Yay. I had fun too. We'll have to do it again soon.
All right. See y'all later. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, Dallas. Have a good day.
Viewers.
My own day.
Oh.